Hey guys, good night everybody. Good night, good night, good night. Welcome back everyone. I am back. Oh gosh, I have been a little bit under the weather for the past couple days and I've been home for the most part. Um, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to do something. I'm home. If you guys can see, I got on a weekend t-shirt. I'm literally just in my bedroom. So quick sound check. Welcome, welcome everybody. If you're a current subscriber, welcome back to my family. I miss you guys so much. For the past couple days, I've been like, oh my God, I need to get back on my live to talk to my people. If you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. And please do not forget to hit that like button and definitely subscribe. We would love to have you as a part of the family. So yes, I have not been feeling very well for the past couple of days. Yesterday was one of the worst days. I was not feeling very good. Hi Providencia. Hi, is that Akita? Hey guys. So I wasn't feeling really good. Yesterday was the worst of all the days because yesterday I had a fever. Like the day before I had like a low fever. Yesterday I had a fever, and I was like, oh my God, what is this? Hi, Who Dat TV. Yes, I'm feeling much better. Right now, I have like what would be considered like low grade fever, but that's basically the only thing I have aside from, like feeling tired. Yesterday, I slept the entire day. I was so tired. I couldn't even keep up. I don't know what that was about. Hey, Felicia. So yeah, I was like pushing my lives back, pushing my lives back, like, oh my gosh, what is this? Because at first I was kind of scared. You guys know why I was scared because I'm like, and I'm still a little like, I have not gone out. I didn't go out yesterday. I stayed home the entire day because I know I really did not feel like myself, but I wasn't really like sick, but I was sick. I don't know how, how to explain that to you guys. I kind of just felt, um, I just felt weak, very weak. I woke up in the morning, got ready for to go to work, and I just felt like, wait, I feel real tired. I'm just gonna lay down for a few minutes and then I'm gonna go. Then I laid down and ended up laying down the whole entire day, feeling weak. Not didn't want to eat or anything, but whatever it is, sometimes guys, you have to take a break and take care of yourself. So that's what I did for most of the day, yesterday and today. But as soon as that whole feverish feeling went away and I had some strength, I was like, you know what, I'm going on my live because that's what keeps me going. I like interacting and talking to people. And I miss you guys also. The phone calls, the messages. I'm looking at my YouTube channel and I'm looking and I see you guys are talking in the comments. I'm like, no, I need to go on and I need to talk to them. And the last time I was on, the live was acting crazy and I didn't get a chance to ask, to answer questions or whatever the case may be. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna come on and give you guys an opportunity, tell you guys about some of the good and bad, because I have a lot of questions pertaining to that and also to kind of share with you guys what was going on with me. So my partner, which is awesome by the way, is like have everything down packed for work. Have been covering all of the angles of business and making sure that our businesses are still running. So if you ever feel like, oh my gosh, she gets sick, the world's gonna stop, there's no business, absolutely not. Not with this one, not with my partner. He will make sure that you guys are great, that you guys are taken care of, and he is there for you every step of the way. He's just as knowledgeable as I am, and I literally had mentor him on the things that I like to do, and the way I do things. When I say mentor him, is because he's a male, and guys do things differently. So I kind of put my zhuzh to make sure that he understands what my vision is and what I'm trying to do. So we both agree. And so talking to me and talking to him is pretty much like the same thing. So you guys are in good hands. Never ever get concerned like, oh my gosh, she does not well. We can't do returns today or we can't get mentored. You will. You absolutely will. And I will be laying on my bed with my laptop like I did yesterday. And I will be participating. Now I might be laying in my jammies talking in a meeting, but I will be there as much as I can. All right. So, anyways, guys, so that was what was going on with me. I kind of felt like dry in my throat, no coughing really. I sneezed probably twice. That was it. But I was just like not feeling like myself. And I was like, oh my God, you guys know what I was thinking. Absolutely. And even though I'm, feeling much better, I'm still on the cautious side. So I'm staying home. I stay in my room. I don't go out. I don't go downstairs. I don't mess with the boys. I pretty much stay and I tell them if you come in, wear a mask. And they're like, Mom, there's nothing wrong with you. I don't care. Wear a mask because I don't know. I'm out, during the days. I'm very cautious. I take all the precautions out there. CDC, any, recommendations, I follow it to the T. Masks are required to get into my office. Masks are required when you're in contact with me, even if we're outside. Um, it's just something that I do because I just don't. If I'm going to wear a mask, I'm trying to make sure you're safe, and I want my clients to do the same. And I also want to keep my office as a safe space. Somewhere that other people can come in and feel safe and know that, hey, I'm not going to leave here sick. So I do whatever I have to do. If there's any way that I can even possibly get sick, it would be from maybe one of the kids, because they're the only ones that I'm not really too cautious about coming in, touching my stuff or touching me or whatever. But the outside world, oh, trust me, I'm like, nope. But anyways, guys, enough about me. So I was just telling you guys what's been going on with me the past couple days. So yesterday was like the worst day, but again, this morning I woke up feeling better, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take some time, rest. I've taken some medicine, and then I feel fine. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go talk to my people, because this is definitely not me to be laying in bed all day on any given day. So anyways, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're a new subscriber, like I said, welcome to the family. If you're not yet a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit thumbs up when you come in. All right, guys, so there's two things that's going to happen tonight. Tonight, I want to talk to you guys about the pros and cons of being a notary, and kind of just, I want to use this opportunity to kind of set the pace and dismiss certain misconceptions about the notary business, and what it entails and all this stuff. And I'm just going to make it as clear as I can for you guys, so you understand what it's all about and what you're getting into, so you know what to expect when you go out here in the world of notary and notary signing agent. The other thing I'm going to do, and you guys let me know if you can hear me. I can't really talk too loud, because my yesterday my voice was like really raspy and weird. So I don't want to make it crazy. I don't want it to go completely. So that's why I'm talking like at this tone. I don't want to be like, "Ugh," yelling, and then tomorrow I have no voice. So that's what's up. So tonight, I want to talk to you guys about that, and then I'm going to go straight into questions, because I know a lot of you had questions the other day, but because we kept getting disconnected, I didn't get a chance to answer those questions, and I want to take advantage of that. Thank you so much, Felicia. So let me go ahead and check in the chat box real quick. Make sure I give everybody a shout out who came in. Melissa, thank you so much. Yes, Melissa. Thank you, Providencia. I have. And Felicia, thank you for the prayers. That really helped, guys. Thank you. Toya, hey, Toya. Miss E Positive say not to freak you out. Those are two symptoms. Yes. Yes. That's one of the things I thought about too. Like, whoa, wait a minute. But gladly, by the grace of God, I am here. I'm feeling better. So hopefully that continues to be it. I'm very, 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 very confident that I'll be just fine. Miss Brown, good night, Miss Brown. Who that TV? Hi everyone. Hi everyone. Felicia. Hey Keisha and Melissa. All right, awesome guys. So I'm going to talk about some of the pros of being a notary, and I want you guys to understand what it really means to be a notary, because some people, I know someone asked me this the other day. They said, like, what do you think about people who are pushing the notary thing as a get rich quick scheme? That's kind of like, hey, come do this business so you can make money. I want to give you guys a whole complete picture of this notary business and what it entails and what you can expect and what not to expect. So number one, no business is a get rich quick scheme. A scam is a get rich quick scheme. It's a scheme, a scam. It's something that does not happen. So if someone is telling you, oh, you can do this really fast, blah, 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 and whatever, and they're saying it's a scheme is exactly what it is, a scam. It's not the truth. So there's no get rich quick nothing here. What I want you guys to understand is what it means to be a notary. First of all, what is a notary? A notary is a public officer. It is someone that is trusted, is someone that is considered an individual of good integrity. That's why it doesn't require that you have a college degree, doesn't require that you have a high school diploma. I don't know of any states that require any of this. So they're basically trusting. They do a background check to make sure you don't have any like major like issues with law and so on and so forth. For the most part, you're a trusted law-abiding citizen that is appointed as a public officer by the state or local government. Well, normally it's your state that appoints you as a notary. So you're a trusted individual, and your job is to basically to make sure that you are an impartial witness and that you deter fraud. So you take part into different activities that can easily become something that someone will take advantage of and try to do some fraud. And it's just a level of trust that you have in the public. It's kind of like, something that you don't have to, like I say, you don't have to go to school to study. It's just based on the fact that you're an upstanding citizen, you're a good individual, you don't have problems with the law. I'm not talking about traffic tickets unless you're a habitual offender. But I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about felonies, fraudulent activities or whatever. They do those background checks to verify, that you're a person that can be trusted to take part into certain transactions. Without you as a notary, when you think about the things that notaries do, without a notary, if you're not buying your home or financing your home or your vehicle or even commercial transactions, if you're not doing them locally, you pretty much will not be able to do it. You'd have to travel. For example, say you live in Florida and you're a finance company or a mortgage company or whoever is in California and you want to get documents signed, you literally have to drive from Florida to California to get that signed in front of that individual, which normally they would still require someone to witness it. So even when you travel from Florida to California, they might still require a notary to be a witness, an impartial witness, just to say that this person is who they say they are and that they understand what they're signing and they agree to the terms or whatever. Um, so that's pretty much kind of like the ballpark of what notaries do. You're a trusted individual. So I want you guys to take pride into knowing that you are a professional. Do not get into the mindset of, I know this is pandemic season. This year itself has been a struggle for everyone. Trust me, I know. Everybody is looking for different things, side gigs or, different things to do so that they can actually earn a living. Hey, Nicole, it's just, don't think of it as just the money. Understand your position and your power that you hold as a notary. Without notaries, like in my county, the courthouse does not, in Duval County, the courthouse does not perform marriage ceremonies. So unless you're an individual that goes to church and you have a minister that can actually marry you, you cannot get married in my county without an actual notary. Notaries are allowed to do that. Also, in my county, the police no longer does VIN verifications on cars. So in Duval County, the police department does not go out and verify VIN numbers on vehicles. That is something that only a notary can do. So either the notary, actually not just the notary, I won't say only the notary or the tax collector's office. But here's the problem. Normally, if you want to verify a VIN number on a car, that means you bought the car out of state and the car is not licensed to be driven in the state of Florida. So you can't drive the car to the driver's license office, because if you do and you get caught, probably you're going to get a ticket or get arrested for driving, a car that is not registered. So most of the times when I get calls, the people are like, oh, I need to verify VIN number on my car. Oh, I need to get married, whatever the case may be. There's a lot of different things. When notaries are involved in the election, that is also a huge deal. You are notarizing electoral absentee ballots. They're trusting you that you're witnessing something that is extremely important. I'm not into politics like that. Like I told you guys, I'm so neutral, guys. I'm so neutral. Hey, Royalty. Hey, no, hey, Yvonne. It's just I'm so neutral. When I say neutral is like I tell you guys all the time, I am left, right. That's it. What's right, what's wrong. I'm not, affiliated with either party. Like I'm just not into it. But your role as a notary, as a professional, is very important. You're a trusted individual with something that can make or break this country, that can change, the narrative of what direction, what goes where here. So it's very serious. I want you guys to understand that. Notaries are important, notaries are professionals, and you must see yourself in that light. You must take pride in it. When you become a notary, learn how to master your craft. Learn as much as you can every single day about different things, different aspects, about what you can and cannot do as a notary. Knowledge in this business is extreme power. Forget about, oh, I just know how to do acknowledgments. No, the more documents you become familiar with, the more you feel comfortable and confident that you can take on more responsibility. Now, most of you who start off as notaries brand new, you're just going to probably be doing little stuff. You're going to be notarizing little documents here and there, little acknowledgement, a little, maybe a title over here, car title there, this over here, that over there. You're not taking on the big guys, right? Until someone calls and says, hey, I have a court hearing, or I have an adoption, or I need to buy some commercial property, or, I need to buy several properties. And then you're like, what? And at that point, you will know, am I really a professional? Am I just doing this as a side job? If you're going to be a professional, I'm telling you right now, you have to treat yourself as a professional. You have to see the value in what you do. You have to know that without me, this beautiful 12-acre property will not get funded by the bank because the closing documents were not notarized. They were not received on time. Put value on yourself. Don't just be out here just, oh, my state only allows me to charge $1, so whatever. No, that's not it. Your state allows you to charge $1 for the notarial act. The notarial act, the act of verifying the identity and executing the document. That's it. What about your travel? What about your late night service? You're going to go to someone at 2 a.m. and do a signing for $5 or $10 because the state says that's what you charge. Most states do not restrict you because you're a trusted individual. They tell you for your notarial acts, this is what you charge. Now, whatever other fees you want to charge, your convenience, your travel, your gas, your whatever, that is up to you. And you always go by your state rule because your notary is appointed to you by your state. So what I do in Florida and what my partner does in North Carolina is definitely not the same. We have similar approach, but it's not the exact same because our state limitations are different. So we condition our business like that. The other thing I want to tell you guys is you have to decide, is this a side hustle for me or is this a business for me? If it's a side hustle and you just want to go out and make money, no problem. Learn what you think you need to learn and then just do your side hustle. But if this is a business, if this is a legitimate business for you, if you want to solidify yourself as an entrepreneur, you must do all the things that entrepreneurs do. You must keep your books properly. You must register and follow your state and local laws when it comes to running a business. You must make sure that you are actually keeping count of what is going out of your business and what is coming in. You also want to learn. I can't stress that enough. I see a lot of people say to me, Shika, how do you do this? How do you do that? There is no one answer. If it's something that I can answer a yes or no to, most of the times I will. But there is no one answer. One of the reasons I'm a little skeptical about telling people certain things is a lot of people seem to want to go out and get quantity of work. They want to go out and get quantity, meaning they want to go out and get a lot of work. They want to be so busy. Now, say you get 15 loan signings in 1 week, and out of the 15, you only did two correct. What did I advise you guys before? That number from 15 will easily drop to one or two because title companies will realize this person makes too much mistakes. I'm not going to hire them. So becoming a signing agent is the first step, but then you have to continuously put time and effort into learning more, understanding what you're doing, so that when you go out, you're pretty confident. Because when you know what you're doing, self confidence is natural. When you know that, listen, I'm the pro here, Mr. Customer. This is your AKA statement. I want you to look at these names and I want you to sign them the way they appear. This is just basically showing whatever name they found, when they're going through your files or when they pull your report or whatever. I can't really think of the verbiage right now, but you explain to them the reason you're signing here is that they may feel that this is some other names you may have gone by. Maybe it's even an error on your credit report. It's not saying that this is you, but you just want to confidently tell them, listen, this is all I need for you to do. And this is what this document means. This is why you're signing this. This is your note. This is the terms of your mortgage. This is the interest rate. This is your first payment. You have a right to cancel within this amount of time. This is your payment schedule. Your payment schedule is attached to the back of this. This is your first payment. This is your last payment. This is how much you have in escrow. This is how much the escrow covers. You have to learn these things. So when I see someone says, I can't pass the signing agent exam. Do you want to pass the signing agent exam just so you can get work? And what are you going to do when you get the work and you don't know what to do? Do you have what are you going to do then? Do you have a plan for that? When you say, yeah, I'm a signing agent, it's like you're cheating on an exam to become a doctor, right? You become a doctor and you have a patient that comes in and they're like, I have such and such symptoms. And then you're like, what is that? Let me Google it. You have to Google to see what it is. You're the professional. You're the doctor. You're the one that went to school all this time. You should be able to say, just like my people are telling me in the comments, hey, you're having this symptoms. You should be the profession to say, hey, professional to say, these sound like you may have XYZ, but let's do a little bit more research to see if it is XYZ, and if it's not, let's figure out what else it could be. So I don't want you guys to get into this mentality. And I know there might be other channels where people are just telling you, go hard, go fast, make this money, make this money. That money will crumble quickly if you don't know what you're doing. Take yourself seriously, take your job seriously, take your business seriously. The pros of being a notary: you set your own schedule. You choose when, how you work, how much you work. The other thing is you are self-employed. You're your own boss. You're not following anyone's instructions and directions and complaints and all this extra stuff. Number two, you're a trusted individual. Notaries are needed in a lot of different fields. Notaries go back centuries. Like notaries go way back in history. you know on top of that, you think about all the things that you can add to your notary business. Think about things that you can add to make your business whole. For example, you can add tax, you can add fingerprinting, you can add consulting, you can add bookkeeping, you can add field inspections, you can add permit runner. That's a new one someone actually told me about. I didn't know about it. You can add loan closings, real estate closings. You can specialize in different areas, like I mentioned before. You can say, I specialize in the healthcare documents. I specialize in commercial property, whatever. You can branch off into so many other things. And the biggest thing that most of the people I mentor today, the biggest thing that they offer along with their notary services are tax services and credit repair. And I see a few people selling weight loss products, but nah. I'm not saying no, don't get me wrong, but they add those things as value. So when customers come to them, they say, hey, I see you have a lovely business here. Do you have any business credit? Are you interested in fixing your credit or building business credit or whatever the case may be? So you can actually say, you can offer customers that and they would be like delighted. They're like, oh, you do? Oh my God. Or I've seen one of my people who say, if your credit score starts with a 5 or 4, or something like that, give me a call. And a lot of people do it. And it's just a matter of how you position yourself. Are you a professional? Do they call and hear, crazy music playing in the background, kids screaming, blah, blah, blah. You answer the phone, you're fumbling, your website is not professional, you don't take yourself seriously. These are some of the things. Do you know that there's people I know that's been in business and they weren't reporting or filing their taxes like they were supposed to? And then it came time for them to buy a house. And the bank was like, you don't make enough to buy a house. And they're like, what? What do you mean? No. I make this and this. And the bank is like, no, because when we look at your tax return, you had 50,000 in income, but you said that you had losses of 30,000. That means you only made 20,000 for the year. And in order for you to qualify for this home, $20,000 is not going to, you're not going to be able to make this mortgage for $1,200 a month. And they're like, oh my God, like, what do you mean? Like, I don't understand. Like, my business brought 50,000 in. Yes, but you said out of the 50,000, you spent 30,000. The 20,000 is not enough to get you by with this mortgage. And they're like, oh my God, Shika, I wish I never had done this, because some people get caught up into they're just breezing on. It's a side hustle. It's a this, it's a that. They're not taking it serious. For me, this is my livelihood. This is my business. I do this every day as a professional. I don't try to compete with anyone or any business. No one is a competition for me. There is no one that I am concerned or worried about. And I do mean that on every aspect of my business, on the tax, on notary, on fingerprinting. I'm not concerned with anybody else and what they're doing. One of the biggest ways you can lose value is by one of the greatest things, the thing that will steal your joy, steal your reward and your motivation from you, is to compare yourself with someone else. And some of us are very unfair in how we compare ourselves. We literally start business yesterday and we want to compare ourselves with a big company that's been around for like 40, 50 years. How can you do that? Step one is, when did they start? Step two is, where did they start? Step three is, how did they start? If you don't match up in those areas, you're not on the same level. Why would you destroy yourself by comparing yourself to all these huge businesses? Find value in what you do. You are a notary, you're a signing agent, you're a tax professional, you're a consultant, you're an insurance agent, you're a field inspector, you're a nurse, you're a registered nurse, you're a RN, you're a home health aide, you are a hairdresser, you're a hairstylist, a makeup artist. Find the value in what you truly do. Get into the habit of knowing what you're worth. When you know what you're worth, nobody can tell you different. No one can step into your business and tell you, oh, you charge too much for this. No, because it's just a matter of, do you find value in my service or not? It is 2 a.m. and you need to get a car title notarized. Your bank is closed. Other places that do it are closed. And this is what I charge to get out of my own bed and put myself in my car, drive to my office or drive to you wherever you are, and notarize this document without even a complaint, and still providing quality service to you, still smiling, still verifying that everything is correct and complete before I go ahead and stamp it, and maybe even giving you instructions on how you can, help to expedite your process. I'm going to be that professional. So there should be some value in that. So guys, I don't want you to get lost into the money. Money will come. Let me tell you guys something about the notary business. Notary business is unlike any other business. People always need notaries. This is not like a weight loss plan where every 2 weeks there's a new weight loss plan. This is not like credit repair where every 2 weeks there is, a different strategy that someone's using. Notaries are notaries. They've been notaries. They will remain notaries, and they don't go away. Every day people need notaries. You might not be doing certain transactions, so therefore you might not need a notary. But when you go out in the notary field and you start doing it, you realize, oh my God, there is a lot of value in what I do. And you will see yourself going to places, meeting people, and doing things that you have never ever dreamed of. You can actually go to high dollar loan closings, people who are buying millions of dollars worth of property. Loan closings that you will sit and you will hear numbers that will make your hair literally stand up on the back of your neck, because you are a professional, you are a brand, and you're representing yourself as such. Do you know one of the biggest things my customers commend me on is professionalism? And I always ask myself, why? I'm always nice and friendly. Like, why don't they say she was so nice, she was so that? No, professionalism, because to them, that's what stood out. They came in, I was knowledgeable, I told them what to do, I told them how to do it. And even if they have something and I say, okay, the document you have does not meet the requirements for me to place my stamp on it, but I can offer you XYZ as an option. You let me know what direction you would like to go. I never make decisions for my client. I give them the options and I let them tell me how they would like to proceed. When they tell me what they want to do, I execute it and I get it done and I get them out of my office. When I say out, I don't mean like shoo, shoo, go away. I mean, I'm doing it efficiently. They don't have to stay all day. I'm not sitting there going, but they say, oh God, what does this mean? So where you got this? No, I know exactly what I'm looking at. I know what needs to be done, and I'm doing it confidently, and it's done. So I want you guys to get in that mentality. Me as a mentor and me as your friend are two different people. Mentor, I'm going to hold you accountable. So if I say to you, you need to establish your business, you need to get XYZ done, appreciate the fact that I'm taking my own time and I'm sharing with you that these are the things you need to do, and take advantage of it. In this day and age, a lot of people are not going to give that to you unless they're paid, because they feel like time is money. And the time that it's going to take for them to show you or to tell you is costing them money some other way, shape, or form. The great thing about me is my passion is to help people. I will literally give people more than they need. in a conversation. I will get on one phone call and I'll be on that one phone call for an hour or over an hour if I have the time. If I don't have the time, you will notice that you'll call and the phone will ring, it'll go straight to voicemail. But if I have the time, I give that time because I want you to be successful. Your success is my success. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to say, hey, you know what? You can do it, girl. Just try it. All right, tweak it. Just lie on your application. No, because you're saying on oath on your notary application, hey, I have never been in jail. If they run that background check and they find out you've been in jail, one, you lied on your application, and two, you've been to jail. Like, there's a lot of different things people will tell you to get around things, but to be quite honest with you, don't worry about getting around anything. Once you become a notary, you become a pro. Start taking your business and yourself serious. Website, social media, everything needs to be professional. You're a pro. You answer the phone, you're a professional. Be confident when you give them prices. How much do you guys charge for a notary? Don't give them a price when they ask that question. That is not a yes or no question. How many of you agree? If I say, how much do you charge for notary? Because that's how they're going to call. Customer, ring, ring. Hi, good afternoon. How are you doing? Yes. Do you guys do notary? Yes. How much do you guys charge for notary? What is your response? You guys tell me in the chat box. By the way, welcome everybody. Shay, all things, Nada, Jean in the box, Sonia, Myra. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, guys, tell me in the chat box, how do you answer that question when a customer says, because this is how they're going to ask you. Yes. Is this notary? Or are you guys do notary? How much you guys charge for notary? What is your answer? You guys let me know in the chat box. Hi Shika, I've not gotten up to nerve to do any signings since COVID. I've gotten at least 7 to 10 per day, but keep turning them down. Miss E have the perfect boom to the point. It depends on what service you need. Absolutely. I don't know how else to say it. Keisha says, ask specifically what they are needing to get notarized. Absolute pros over here. Shay says, what type of docs do you have? Absolutely. You never, ever, 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 forever, ever, okay? Never ever give your customer a price until you know what they're holding on to. Because you don't know if it's a single signature acknowledgement or multiple acknowledgments, or you don't know. And when you tell them, hey, yeah, I charge $5, but they show up with 15 pages and you're like, whoa, these are 5 each. Yeah, you didn't tell me that over the phone. I'm telling you guys, you got to be hip to this game. You're a boss. You have to behave as such. You have to get knowledgeable. You have to understand there's more than one aspects of doing business. And I told you guys, I'm using the first segment to talk to you guys and tell you guys some information about, professionalism and making your business a full-fledged business. You command and demand the respect when you are a professional. When you're just doing a gig, hey, what y'all notarize? Yes. How much you charge? $10 a stamp. They were okay. Well, this looks like it only need one stamp. All right. So when can I get this done? And they show up. You look. There's one place for a stamp. There's 15 acknowledgments. What do you do? What do you do? You're like, there's 15 people. Oh my God. What the? Yeah. They will trap you like that, especially the ones that are very familiar with notaries, like construction workers, the ones that get permits from the city and they have to get it notarized. They already know the game. But then they look you up, you're a brand new notary. They see you don't even have 1 star yet on Google, and they're like, yeah, let me call this one. They're going to notarize all 15 of my stuff for $5 today. But then they call you and you're like, oh no, ma'am. Been on Shika Bless Live. I already know this game. How many documents do you need to be acknowledged? What kind of documents is it that you need to have done? Not today, sir. You do know there's people that are predators out here. When I say predators, I don't mean like, those mess with kids type stuff. No, I mean that people that will take advantage of you and advantage of the fact that you don't know what you're doing. They will. They will take advantage of what they believe you don't know. If you sound like a meek, shy, soft person they can walk over, they will trample you, use your service, and probably even leave you a bad review. There's some like that. So I tell my people, wear 2 hats. If you're a nice, sweet, awesome person like myself, and you're just nice and sweet and kind, you want to help everybody, when you're a boss, throw that person out the window. That's not you today. You know, my partner does this one thing sometimes. He goes, if my boss finds out, and I'm like, your boss find, did you tell the customer if your boss find out? Yes. Mm-hmm. I have to answer to you. So hey, I told him that. I'm like, whatever. So if you must, even if there's an invisible boss and you don't have enough courage, you have to get it from somewhere. Let them know, I'm so sorry. That is just that is the prices. I'm so sorry, but that's what we can charge. But depending on whatever. And always don't be afraid to say no. If they say, well, I'm gonna call somebody else because y'all are too expensive. Okay, not a problem. We're 24 hours. You can definitely call us back if you change your mind. Don't feel sad and be like, wait. All right, so what if I did them for $3? No, desperation. You will lose your respect. Desperation, don't do it. Again, guys, if you're brand new, welcome, welcome, welcome. Please hit the like button. If you're a current member of the family, welcome back. I'm with you guys tonight. So, guys, I have 5 more minutes. I'm going to talk and then I'm going straight to the questions. So, I want you guys to ask all the questions. Let me see in my chat box. I did see some people say some stuff over here, so I want to go. So, Monica was talking about not taking any signings. Monica, is that my Monica? Monica, like Monica that was with me before? Let me know, because guys, let me tell you, I mix up people. I see people on here, some people that I worked with before, and well, the names look the same, and I'm like, oh, look at such and such, not knowing that that's not the same person. Then I get a call from the actual person that I thought it was, and then I'm like, oh, we spoke the other day, and they're like, what? No, we didn't. You guys forgive me. But anyways, that's probably Monica. Monica, I see the first and last name looks familiar, so I think that's Monica. Monica. All right. Miss E says depends on what's okay. Yes, those are my people who are answering the phone just like that. Um, he just said it's a setup. Providencia says is what is it I can help you with? Be nice, say you're too funny. No, guys, seriously, there's people out here that are hip to the game that goes to notaries all the time. Like I have clients that do construction work or clients that do work as contractors with different companies, and they get stuff notarized all the time. They know the game. They know if they come in my office, if you have 15 documents, because they have permits they have to get, like when they go out and build and say you're remodeling, you have to get a permit from the city, and most of the times that has to be notarized. A lot of people go down to the city and get it notarized, but with COVID and everything, you can't necessarily get like go just walk in. Everything that you have to do normally requires an appointment. But with me, same day service, I will do it remotely or I will do it in my office. But you're not going to bring me 15 permits for $10. It's not going to happen. It's just no, not at all. So sometimes what they'll do is they'll say, I want one original and 5 copies. That's not a problem, my dear. I can do it. That one original is going to be my $10 notary transaction, for that one signature. And your copies, okay, these copies I'm making for you, they're going to be $2 each. And they're like, but you're not stamping. You're absolutely right. The stamp would have been 10, but since these are just photocopies, they're $2 each. Go to FedEx and ask to photocopy something and tell me. Well, I hate to use drop names, but go to any other place that does printing, copying, or photocopying, or go to some random place. I don't know anybody that says they does copying or scanning or whatever. Tell me, do they do it for free? Not even your bank. No, they don't. So don't get caught up. I'm telling you guys, it's a business. When you're talking to me, I'm not going to tell you you should sell your services for $5. Ha! In this year, 2020, the way this has been going, in this day and age, no, absolutely not. If your state is even charging 50 cents, there's a state that only gives 50 cents for a notary, right? That is just your notary act, your notarial act. That has nothing to do with everything else. This is why I tell you guys you need a mentor. Me or whoever else, it doesn't matter. You need a guidance. You need help. Don't go out here making crazy mistakes. Don't sell yourself for $30. This is $40. You're doing a 150-page signing for $30. Now, think about you're driving about $10, maybe $10, $15 in gas. Then you're going to actually print off 300 pages. If it's 150, you have to bring 2 copies. So you're finishing a whole ream of paper. A ream of paper is about $10. So that's about $20 already. Then you're actually going to, God knows, I don't know what distance, normally within 20 miles, that's the mileage you're putting on your car. And then you're going to have to sit in someone's home in the middle of a full-fledged pandemic that is flaring up, by the way, and you're going to have to get them to sign all the documents and sign them right. Why would you do that for $30? That is absolutely crazy, guys. Don't do it. If you don't know what you're doing, take the time when you're on, any of the platforms that you go on, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Try to go on, like even on Google, search things and try to gain more knowledge so that when they ask you about stuff, I know what that is. Deed of trust, I know that. Oh, the warranty deed, I know that. Oh, yeah, or the title transfer, I know that. Oh, this, you know that. And then when you go there, you're not gonna know everything, by the way. Don't say you told me I'm gonna know. No, you can't. I don't know everything. But the more you know, the easier it is for you to sell, because remember, you're selling yourself, your service, not yourself. Oh, that sounded bad. But you're selling your service, you're selling your professionalism, you're selling your convenience, you're selling all of the above. Don't shortchange yourself. Don't worry about the people saying, "Oh, come over here. Oh, she charged 10, I charge $2." Don't worry about Mr. $2, because while Mr. $2 is over here charging $2, that one customer might like Mr. $2 approach, but I have professionals who want to be in a professional setting, that wants to actually deal with a professional, that wants to actually sit there and feel comfortable and not and know that they're talking to someone that is knowledgeable. Their experience is nice. They can come in, have a snack, get some water. If they're missing a face mask, I gladly provide one for them. They come in and it's an experience. If you don't have an office, you're doing mobile service, choose classy places to do your signing. Don't say, "Hey, meet me at the racetrack around the corner." Let me stop name dropping. Meet me at the gas station down the street. You want to be professional and think of places that people who are coming from all walks of life, you know, think about, like, for example, Starbucks or Dunkin's Donut, places that people who are professionals would go. If they're not 24-hour places, then you can probably opt for other places that a majority of people go regardless of where they're from or what they're doing. Everybody shops at Wally World, we all know, right? We do. And so you have to do all these things and understand the benefits of doing all of this. hmm hmm So, anyways, the people who are not accepting loan signings, I understand why you're not doing it, but there's been extensive research that suggests that if you're wearing a face mask and the other person is wearing a face mask, you are fine. And when you're wearing your mask, you should actually social distance as well. Try to stay away from people who are not wearing a mask, okay? Because your mask is supposed to be a barrier, and if you don't have masks on, there is no barrier, honey. That's it. So if you have to offer loan signings and you're nervous about going inside someone's home, you can also offer to do it curbside or outside, a garage or patio space, but still make sure you take the necessary steps. Follow CDC guidelines, wash your hands, wear gloves if you don't want to be touching pens and papers and things like that. You don't have to worry about the stuff that's in your notary bag so much, because you're going to touch it, put it away, and you're going to go wash it and clean your hands. And when your customer touches it, you let them know, go wash and clean your hand as well. If they want to keep their own pens, have their pens on hand, that is awesome. If not, give them pens, trash them. Pens are at Dollar Tree. Don't worry, don't get so attached. If you have your own special pen you don't want anybody to touch, don't offer it to them. Just keep it to yourself. All right, guys. So I'm now going to, and by the way, I have to stop and do this every time. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Welcome. If you're new to my channel, please hit the thumbs up. Definitely subscribe, turn on your notification alerts. And if you are a family member that is just now tuning in, that is fine as well. Hit the thumbs up. Welcome back. Right, let me tell you guys something about the cons. So everybody's like, okay, this is notary. All you got to do is just sign something and that's it, right? Not really. The biggest cons about the notary business is that it is very, very serious as far as what you're doing. Now, remember, you're signing things that are giving people thousands, if not millions of dollars in funding for like buying property or selling property. Sometimes your notaries are asked to verify contents of safe deposit box. For someone who passed away, maybe they may have things in their safe deposit box that is worth millions of dollars, and they want a notary to go out and do inventory. If you go out and someone bribes you and say, hey, don't put this in there, I'm taking this necklace, scratch it off the list. you know, Things like that. The con is that if there's a lot of legal stuff involved. So if you do something that is on the, illegal, that's the easiest way to put it, or against your state notary rule or state notary law, that is the most serious part of being a notary, is that if you make an error if you do something that is against the state rule or law, as far as like notarizing a document or anything like that, that can definitely be a really bad thing. It can escalate to different things in different areas. That is why it is so important for you not to just focus so much on the money, but just make sure you're doing it. Never be afraid to say no. If you don't understand it, you're just reading it and you're like, whatever, come up with any excuse. I don't care what you tell them, but I'd rather you reject that person than to do it wrong. If you're uncertain about something, you can ask as many questions as you'd like, and you can even let the client know. I've done a lot of different notaries. This is my first time seeing this type of document. Who prepared this document for you? If they say it's an attorney, you can definitely say, is there a way for you to get in contact with them? Because there's one thing on here that I'm not clear about, and I would definitely like to get some clarification so I can determine whether or not I can actually put my stamp on this. Simple. If you just flat out was like, oh my God, there's a whole bunch of shadiness going on here. I don't know. I don't even want to do this. This one over here look like it's a fake ID. That one, by the way, speaking of IDs, how many of you actually take a course or study or read up on identifying fake IDs? Let me know in the chat box. How many of you actually know how to spot a fake driver's license or passport or any other document? How many of you actually took the time to find out what fakes look like and how to identify fakes? Let me know in the chat box. How many of you? The biggest con is getting in trouble with the law because you did something wrong. I got the ID book from NNA. Hey, Keisha. Keisha, you are on the money. Absolutely. Shayna says, yes, I did. Absolutely. Guys, and if you're watching and you haven't, take a look in the chat box. Your family members, because we're all family here, right? Your family members are telling you what they have done and how they found it. So if you haven't done it, don't feel bad. Do it now. They're telling you where to find it. Felicia says, I'm used to this, so I haven't done it yet. Keisha already told you one place, Felicia, so no worries. Miss E said, I found a site with pictures of what to look for. Awesome. And Shay says, good info. Awesome. Shayna says, yes. So guys, take some time and figure out how to spot fakes. I'm going to tell you a good little spiel you can give them when they give you a fake, right? Or suspected fake. You can say, unfortunately, I'm not able to accept this ID. Do you have another form of ID that you can use? And they say, well, no, that's my ID. What's wrong with it? I'm so sorry, but it's just not meeting the requirements for me to accept as an ID. That's it. What do you mean it don't meet the requirements? I'm so sorry, but the state just gives us specific rules on what kind of IDs we can accept and certain qualifications that you have to meet. And this one doesn't meet the qualifications. So if you have another ID, I can accept it, or we can reschedule your appointment to come back another day with another ID. See how I'm saying it? But I'm not going, hey man, this ID is fake. This is so fake. Look at your face. This is not even you. You guys forgive me. Don't call them out. Please don't. Because you don't want them to go crazy on you. Don't be like, oh my God, this is so. Sir, where'd you get this? Where'd you get this ID? This is so. This is not. Is this even you? This is not you. What's your name? Don't do it because it might not end well. Don't do it. You want to be a professional and just politely say, I am so sorry, but I cannot accept this ID. Do you have another form of ID? So don't just be like, this is fake, sir. Obviously, look at this. Look at the back of this. This is thin. This is paper thin. Where'd you get this, sir? Did you get this from the DMV? Don't do it. Even though you're thinking it, you're like, must have photocopied this one. So don't. I'm sorry, guys, but I have to be honest with you because some people get real defensive. They're like, "Did you really just bring me this?" But don't do it. I know your intuition is gonna be like, "You tried me," but don't fall for it. Don't do it. Vanessa says, "How long were you a notary before you decided to start teaching others how to do this?" About 3 years in. About 3 years into being a notary. She said, "This ish ain't real." Oh my God, you guys are killing me. Don't call them out like that because I know the feeling when you're sitting there going, "This is not even." Don't do it. You will be tempted. You'll be so tempted to be like, "Bruh, just don't do it." Oh my God. Keisha says, "Thank you for thank you for giving me an example what to say, Shika, because I would straight be like, who is this? Because this is not you. I know you might have had a beard, but this no." Don't do it, guys. So just take your. Felicia says she'll have to work on her facial expressions. I had to do that too because I'm the person with the resting face, the one that's like. But I try so hard to not do it because they will catch on to it, like But mm, you shall remain professional because they will try it. Absolutely, Shay. They will. They will. They will come and they will say, "Hey, um, so I don't have ID, but I have a picture of it." Okay, well, can I have the picture? Like, why are you doing this? Why are you flashing me? Why are you flashing me with the picture? Can I see it? What is that? A picture of your ID? Where's your ID? What happened? Oh, I got pulled over and the cops took it. Okay, I understand. But there is normally ways around that. A lot of people don't know that there's ways around if you don't physically have an ID. There's other ways to do it. But some people just feel like, hey, if I just flash this real quick, you'll just do it. No. See, and this is why Dollar Tree ID. I'm done with you guys. I'm done. I can't. Dollar Tree ID. No photocopy of IDs, no photocopy of, whatever. There is ways around if you don't have a physical ID. Your notary manual will tell you what you can use to verify a person's ID. There's also something called a credible witness. Like, no. Peppermint tea, I cannot deal with you right now. I am trying my best. I cannot do it. I can't take it right now. I can't. So Andrea says, any recommendations on a budget-friendly desktop or laptop I can use as a starter system, or how much hard drive I should have on my CPU for notary docs and training? To be quite honest with you, that is more like my partner kind of question. I'm like the person who goes in there and is like, I want something cute and nice, and I just like the touch and feel of it, that type of stuff. He's more like the one that's going to be like the guru, like, oh, you need to make sure you have, X amount of gigs and whatever. But I can tell you that probably the minimum hard drive space, the space on your computer should be about 250 gigs. Your processor, I can tell you this much. This is what I was told, okay? Because this is not what I know, okay? This is just what I was told. So don't quote me too much. Um, you have to get like a i5 or better if you want a faster processing system. So i5 or better is what I suggest. But if you can't afford that, you want to go down to like I have a Lenovo. I had HP before. I didn't really like the HP, and I have a Lenovo now. My system is a i5 right now, 10th generation. That is the best that I can do right now. I wanted to upgrade it. I wanted touchscreen, so I do have a touch, whatever, and the whole Wi-Fi and the 50 different types of plugs on the side and the special display and all of that. But that's just because I'm spoiled and I wanted to watch movies and stuff like that and be lazy and touch the screen and not use the mouse. So you don't have to do all this stuff that I do. 250 gig hard drive, look for i5 or better. That processor is really fast. And don't get those big clunky wonky ones that are, oh Jesus, I wish I could, like the big heavy laptops, like those are dinosaurs right now. They're not going to be your friend at all, especially when you have to tote them around all the time. So no. Lenovo is my brand right now. You can also get HP. I definitely do not recommend any kind of Chromebook. Chromebook is limited on space, and most of what you're going to be doing is downloading stuff. You're going to be adding information, so you don't want to run out of space, because where are you going to put it? Then you're going to need an external hard drive or somewhere else, a cloud or something. So I recommend that you get a full-fledged, laptop or a notebook that has enough space, not a what they call them Chromebook. That's what I would recommend. But mine is a Lenovo Yoga something something 10th gen i5. That's the most I know. Lenovo Yoga. Just type yoga. It'll tell you the. I didn't buy this on my own. Like I said, my partner kind of just told me, like, okay, tell me what you need. And I said, I want touchscreen, I want this, I want that. And then he was like, okay, you can get this. And then we went and got the laptop. So that's more of a him question than a me. Um, all right, let's see. Where can we get the notary manual? Felicia, what state are you in for notary manual? What state? Let me know your state and I can tell you where to find it. Sandria, okay, I already answered that. Miss E says, tell him, honey child, I'm going to need you to get your neighbor to come over and identify you. Miss E, absolutely. We're going to need somebody to come and vouch for you. We're not going to, this that you're doing is shameful. Don't do this. Let's just do this the right and proper way. Let's get somebody to verify who you are. Let's see, what they say about this. We're not going to do that. So you're in, let me get this handbook for you real quick. Mississippi, Felicia. All right, guys. So I've given you guys most of the information. I want to take questions before, because I already feel myself getting tired. So what questions do you guys have so far, so I can go ahead and address them? And then that way I can just ad lib with anything else that I need to do. Sorry, I'm on here getting that manual for Felicia. Okay, so Felicia, what I'm going to put is a link to your notary, your state's notary site down in the chat box, right? So what you can do is from there, we'll give you information on the notary. If they have the manual, it normally will list it there. If they don't, then there should be some information there as well. But also, guys, take advantage of the notary forms that are there. Become familiar with that, because some states have their own notary acknowledgments, certificates, and such that they will give to you. I think there's some rules on this one, but sometimes some states may not have a manual, but you can also order them. Like when I say they don't have one, meaning there might not be one on their site, but you can definitely go to places like Amazon or something like that and search to see if they have the handbook or manual online. Sometimes you can find them at local community colleges and things like that. That's another one that I've found out lately. All right, guys, let's dive right into questions. All right. So, Myra says, do we can we use a laptop iPad? So the question is iPad. iPad, I don't really no. I don't recommend an iPad at all. You definitely need something that you can connect a lot of different things to, your printer, your scanner, all of that stuff. iPad is just pretty much, if you're taking a payment, you can have your payments, done on iPad, like if you have Square or something like that. But other than that, I don't recommend iPad. Go to the NNA and type your state, Providence. Yes, that's another thing you can do. You can go to go to the NNA and type your state about becoming a notary. They may have information about that as well. Miss E says, do I get my DBA before or after EIN? I most definitely would recommend that you get your EIN as soon as you confirm what your business structure and name is going to be, because most of the times when you're registering and getting your like when you're registering with the state, they're going to also ask you if you have an EIN. So I definitely recommend, remember that before you get before you register your DBA or whatnot, your fictitious name, I like to say, because in Florida, it's not necessarily a DBA, it's a fictitious name. So before you register your fictitious name, you want to do a search and make sure no one else is carrying that name, no one else has that name, because if someone else has the name, or like I said, it only takes a few minutes to get your EIN number. That kind of solidifies you. You can also put it on your application for your DBA or fictitious name, which is awesome. So I recommend getting that as soon as you figure out that that's, you can use the name that you're using. All right, let's see. You're welcome, Felicia. Vanessa says, I want to know where the manual from my state is. I'm in Indiana. Indiana is pretty much the kind of like the same thing. I can put the link there for you, but normally if you just search your state, you should be able to find it. Indiana, hold on just a second. Let me put that link down here. Just one sec, guys. Sorry, guys, I heard someone open my door and I'm like, nope, that's a no-no. Just one sec, let me get your Indiana. And guys, I'm answering questions, so please, please, please put them in the chat box. All right, so I have Indiana down here. I'm gonna drop it in the chat box for, who was it that asks? Felicia? No, Vanessa, sorry. Here, Vanessa, this is your notary guide for Indiana. All right, let's see who else we got down here. You're welcome, Felicia. Let's see. Who that TV said, did you get checks made out to you or your company name? I actually get them made out to my company name. Company name. If some people, some of them will get my card and it'll say my name on the back. Like, let me show you guys my card. So on the front, it has my name and everything and my picture, right? And on the back, it has the company name and stuff. So what a lot of people will do is they'll just look at the front and they're like, oh, doesn't matter. It still goes into the business account. It's not going in my account, so that's fine. Let's see. So that who that TV, that I would say make it out to your business. You want to make it official, kind of. Felicia says, what type of docs are notaries not allowed to stamp? Oh gosh, that is definitely a mentor question, because it's not just one. There's multiple. It's not just about what kind of docs you're not able to stamp on. It's also about what they're trying to do. Are they wanting you to attest to photocopies? Are they wanting you to attest that they're original or true copies and all this other stuff? There isn't really, I wouldn't be able to give you a definitive yes or no, because each state has its rules, but I can tell you straight off hand that documents that are original, normally government documents, you cannot attest like they're true, or true copies or certified copies or whatever the case may be. You can't do that in most states, but for the most part, that one's a very state specific and also situation specific. For example, in some states, titles are notarized. Florida, we don't notarize titles here. So like a car title or vehicle title or whatnot, we don't notarize those here. In other states, they do. Like, for example, in North Carolina, we don't stamp on titles here in Florida. So it's a state specific, that one, Felicia. So it all depends on why they're needing you to stamp it. Be nice, as you mentioned, the use of different journal for loan signing. How much time did you cut off your loan signing by using it? To be quite honest, it cuts a lot of time off. I would say, sorry, I got a whole bunch of notifications going on over here, but I will get to them in just a moment. I would say for loan signings, it takes, oh my God, a lot of time, because to be put it this way, you're going to notarize anywhere between 10 maybe 15 documents during a loan signing, right? And then you're going to have to write down every single document that you notarize. So just imagine you're writing all of those one by one as you go through, instead of just checking them. So it all depends on you. For me, it cuts off a lot of time, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, because I'm going to sit there and have to write everything that I notarize, which is hard sometimes. Yes, it's me, Monica. Monica. Okay, Monica. Monica. Okay, hey, Monica. Hold on. Let me see. Monica, you should try to do loan signings. Get a really good face mask. And if you're not okay with going inside people's homes, ask them, can they do it outside patio, garage, anywhere outdoors, but make sure they're wearing a mask. That is definitely something the CDC recommends. I recommend it as well for your protection. You wear one, have them wear one. Also keep your distance, even though you're wearing one. That's another extra step you can take. But I wouldn't suggest not working because there's too much happening right now. We want to be able to sustain and to take care of ourselves and our families, and we cannot let fear overcome us to the point where we're not able to take care of ourselves and take care of our responsibilities. So I definitely recommend exercise caution, absolutely. Amp up the Lysol, the wipes, the gloves, the whatever you have to do. There are ways to go out here and to work safely. You just make sure that you're taking those necessary steps to ensure that you're safe. So don't worry, Monica. But hey, Monica. Valma says, what does DBA mean? A DBA is like you're doing business as. So, say for example, my name is Sheikah Blessed. I don't want to be out here like Sheikah Blessed Notary, Sheikah Blessed Tax, Sheikah Blessed this, Sheikah Blessed that. I'm gonna say, well, my company name is SBNT, so my DBA is SBNT, right? But now, say for example, I don't want a DBA, so I don't want to cover my Sheikah Blessed with SBNT. I want to make SBNT my company, my LLC. Now I have a full-fledged company, SBNT LLC, and so on. Even when you have the LLC, if you don't want to have your parent company say, all right, I have SBNT, I don't want to use SBNT, I want to use, SC or whatever I want to use Fast Tax Pro, or I want to use this. That's also another thing that you can do. Even though you have an LLC, you can still get another DBA. Like, okay, this is the parent company. This is we're doing business as this name, right? Like a lot of people don't know that some of the large corporations have DBAs as well, especially the ones that are franchised. If you work for someone like that, you can look in on your W-2 and you'll notice that they have their DBAs. They have their real name, is what I would say, on the W-2 and their DBA on there as well. That's the sweetest, shortest, easiest explanation I can give without getting you confused. Mrs. R says, how do you know how much to charge for each service you provide? You go by your state rules as far as how much you charge for each notarial act. When I say notarial act, meaning acknowledgments, oaths, marriage, VIN verification, each state sets its own specific fee that you can charge, right? So each state tells you how much you can charge for each notarial act, depending on what act it is. And then for your service fee, your convenience fee, your photocopy fee, your mileage, your travel, all that is decided by you unless your state, some states, just a very few, will have guidance or they have, limitations on how much you can charge, but not a lot of states. Also, there are some states, for example, Louisiana, that does not have a base charge for notaries. Notaries can charge whatever they want to charge. When in that case, hey, it's free for all. You can charge what you think is fair. And I'm not saying go out here and charge $100 per signature, but charge what you think is fair. There are several states that allows notaries to charge. They don't have a set fee. Louisiana, I know, is one, and I think Tennessee is another. Just a second. One second. I think Tennessee is the second one. There's a couple. I'll probably post a list whenever I get a chance, but there are some states that do not limit. The notaries set their own fees or what they would charge for their notarial act. All right. Royalty S says, I can't get past the application stage. Keep saying voter registration number not listed, but I told them the number is in the same line. The number is on the same line with my name. So I resubmitted it again. Royalty S, what state are you in? And sometimes you may want to call them to verify. I know that South Carolina requires that you are a registered voter in order to become a notary. So if you're in South Carolina, let me know, but I would definitely recommend you contact the state notary division to verify what exactly they want you to do on that. You're welcome, Vanessa. Get the Memo says, did you create an LLC for your notary business? I actually have an LLC that is not just for notary. My LLC is pretty much my parent company, but notary services is one of the things that I do provide. So yes, in essence, kind of sort of, but it's not. Oh, you're in South Carolina. Awesome. Yeah. Sorry, guys. My brain just automatically goes to the state that I know my people have had several of the same issues. So yes, you're in South Carolina and you are registered. Okay, awesome. So you probably just need to call them to verify what they want you to do with that, because they're a little, yeah. You have to call them, verify that one. So get the memo. Yes, in essence, yes. Would you suggest starting an LLC before becoming a notary and purchasing business equipment? To be quite honest with you, if your LLC is going to say notary business, you need to become a notary first, unless you have a team of notaries that you can hire to work for you. The last thing you want to do is to register a LLC and you become an entity. You know, you start an official business, but you don't have your primary service. You can't provide it. You know, that's like opening a doctor's office, but you haven't graduated, from school yet. So I would definitely recommend that you become a notary before starting your LLC. Okay, Felicia, awesome. Mrs. R says, once you become a notary, how do you get clients? That is in one of my videos, Mrs. R. There's different ways to get clients. Notaries are always needed. There's a lot of different things that you can do to get business, and I talk about that in my video about the top 5 things that notaries should have. Also, I talk about that in the video I did with Notary Business Startup. So that is definitely something that you can check out. Peppermint Tea says, you're welcome, Valma. Peppermint Tea says, do you have a holding company? No, I don't. Um, Dewan says, cheapest place in Florida for bonding and processing, please. Bonding and processing, you mean to become a notary? Dewan, are you talking about cheapest place to become a notary in Florida? Because, yeah, I definitely have that for you. So let me know if that's what you're asking. That is one of the places I started off with first. I told them they're gonna have to start paying me for this stuff. I'm sending them customers. They start at $69 to become a notary, and you get a bond as well. So let me know if that's what you're asking, so I can drop that link in the comment box. The one says yes. Awesome. So let me put that link. That is the company I use in Florida. They start at $69, and yes, they are the cheapest last time I checked. All right. Mrs. R says, thank you. You're welcome, Royalty S. Shay says, are embossers becoming obsolete? It seems most use the stamp. It's not really obsolete, but if you have a crowd that wants that, that's fine. But what it is because in this day and age, people are. I skipped your question. Keisha, I'm gonna go back up to see what it is. No, I didn't skip. That was just me just scrolling probably. But Shay, the embossers are not really obsolete. It's just that in this day and age where everybody wants to scan and take a picture, the imprints are not really showing. Lovely wax Campbell red seal that are old school seal doesn't show up on a photocopy or a scan. So that's pretty much what it is. I don't have an embosser. I don't even want an embosser. So it's like I don't. No, I've had like 2 customers my entire time being a notary ask me about embossing. No, to me it's not worth it. And then if it doesn't work out for whatever it is they're using it for, I guarantee they will come back to you and ask you like, hey, can you just stamp this? So it is becoming obsolete, but I don't think it will be because there's still people who they have old school documents and they want to put that, embosser on there. But not for me. I've never used one, never owned one. Keisha, let me see what your question was because you said it was crazy. So let's see what was crazy about it. Let me go back up. Keisha, what did you ask this question? This must have been in the beginning. This must have been like 30 minutes ago. Let's see, where was it? Keisha. She got her commission. Oh my God. Yes. That is exciting. Yes, don't be anxious. Throw the anxiety away. Throw it away. Congratulations. Oh, I see everybody already said, I'm so late. What in the world? Oh, and Jen says, hey there, what's the best website for Jacksonville to fill out an application to become a notary, Jen? It's that same link I just gave to Dewan. I'm so sorry. Did I just scroll by a whole section? Sandria says, that's an easy $60 to $70 at Kinko's. Yes, you guys, oh my gosh, I skipped something up here. I really did. Sorry about that, guys. Keisha, I'm still looking for your question. What was your question? Okay. I didn't see it up top and I don't want to lose track. So I'm gonna scroll back down, scroll back down. Last question I took was the one, okay, blah blah blah. You're welcome, the one. Let's see, Miss Shavar says, can you get that in Georgia? The $69 deal? I don't, I don't think so. I don't think so. None of my Georgia notaries have told me about $69 deals, but I don't know. There could be one, but not everywhere. Um, the one says beautiful. Yes, yes. All right. Felicia says your startup video was the first one I watched, and I immediately became interested. Thank you, Felicia. I go out and tell people because I'm like, this is an untapped, on top line of it. Like people are really overlooking it. If you don't want to be spending years in college, you don't want to be spending tons of money on a degree, but you want to start a business, or you just, you want to change, you want to do something different, you want to try something new. This is definitely the place to be. It can be as professional as you want it to be. I don't encourage anybody to be hood or like just you can be a boss in this industry, a boss, a real boss with a really reputable company for little startup costs. I really mean that. Somewhere between $69 to I think the most I've seen is $250. So somewhere in between that, and you can become a pro. Okay. Guys, welcome, welcome. If you're just now tuning in, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you're not yet a part of the family. If you are, welcome back. Let's get right into it. I'm taking questions. I'm going to be taking questions for another about 10 minutes, and then I will be back with you guys. I think I have another one scheduled for tomorrow. I have to do a follow up for you guys for WOSB because I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for responses. But I have some information I want to share with you guys on WOSB. That's the Women Owned Small Business on SBA, and I will share that with you guys. I think I have that video coming up sometime this week. I don't remember what tomorrow's schedule was like. I have to look. And then whatever it is tomorrow, guys, just make sure you turn on your notification alert so you know when I'm on and you can join in live. All right, Miss E said, if you don't mind, Chica, I just learned by research. It said, think about notary only those. It said, think about notarizing only those that say I acknowledge or swear or affirm on it. Um, don't limit yourself, to be quite honest. It doesn't have to say that. There's a lot of different things. For example, if you guys are familiar with deeds, like deed of trust, um, the note, the mortgage, things like that, they can start off on page one with the county, the state, and then all of these things, and then the very last page is when you can end up notarizing, right? Don't limit yourself to just, oh, this don't say this, so I'm not going to notarize. No, you're not going to learn, to be quite honest. The way you're going to learn is by seeing new things, by trying new things, and by putting yourself out there. If you're nervous about it, if a customer asks you to notarize something you're not very familiar with, ask them what the name of the document is. This is my thing that I used to do a lot, and sometimes I still do. Ask them what the name of the document is. If they say, oh, this is a ladybird deed, I get those a lot here in Northeast Florida. It's a ladybird deed. And I'm like, ladybird deed? What is that? A bird? What's that? Like, what is that? I Google ladybird deed and I pull it up, look at pictures of it, get familiar with it. Don't limit yourself to just be like, oh, if it doesn't say I swear or affirm, I'm not going to notarize. No, because there's a lot of different things that people can get notarized that won't say those particular words. There will be acknowledgments and the verbiage will be a little different. You know, for example, like in some states, you might see a notary acknowledgement that say, before me appeared blah, 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 blah on blah, 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 blah. Like it won't be exactly like that. So don't limit yourself on it. Just try to get more knowledge on the different types of documents. And if a customer says something about a document you've never signed or notarized before, just ask them what the name of it is. If they can send you a picture or something, I don't know if you want to go that far, you can, and then just do some research on it and go from there. Don't limit yourself. Please don't Say, does it say swear or affirm? And they say, no, it don't. Okay, well, I can't do it. don't, don't do it, okay? Don't do it, Missy. You'll be fine. Trust me. Just Google it. You will find that answer. Google has more information than you guys think. Trust me, they know a lot. I mean, it's people like us that puts information there, so it's awesome. Let's see. You're welcome, Dewana. What do you suggest for how much E&O you should have? I say a minimum of 25,000, 25 to 50,000 to start on E&O, which is the errors and emissions insurance. That's like your full coverage on your car. Your bond, some states don't even require a bond, but your E&O is kind of like your comp and collision on your car. So yes. What about printers? Because I'm looking hard. The one, to be honest, I have a Canon multi something printer. It's a laser printer. It's just black and white. It just prints, copy, scan. I think it does fax as well. Didn't pay a lot for it. They're on Amazon. I think a little bit over $100 Canon, and I get the cartridge. Well, the toner, very very inexpensive on Amazon. So I would definitely, that's where I am. If you can't get that, you can definitely go with a HP laser printer, but laser is my thing. BestJet is a waste of ink. If you're doing loan signings, you will be out of ink every other couple days. If you're getting loan signings back to back, you will be buying ink multiple times a week. If you're a signing agent or a notary, I recommend a laser printer. Ink is just, you're going to be spending more on ink than anything else, more than on ink than gas. Don't do it. Shay says, right. Okay, thanks. Shay says, I like the look of the emboss though. Yes, it's really nice. Some people have what they call the wax seal or red ribbon seal. No, I just stamp. Like it takes me 2 seconds. This is it. That's it. And literally, sometimes you hear that noise you just heard, and that's it. Hand it to them. Bye. Well, I don't say it like that. But yes, Shay, I understand what you're saying. Um, Embossers, I thought, are still used for apostille work. Not for me. And you're in the state of Florida, your stamp is pretty much a stamp seal. So it's, we can get a stuffed apostille without an embosser. It's not. Again, it's not. It doesn't stop anything. It doesn't add anything. It's not like you're like, hey, I'm gonna use my embosser. That's gonna be an extra $5. No, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't make a difference. Um, Keisha says about the Square app and the other apps for payments and notary service. Okay, for payments, to be quite honest, guys, I use Square. Okay, I do use Square. One of the reasons I use Square is because it is very convenient, very easy, and I can also set up appointments on there. So I definitely like using it. Also, if you guys do not have Square, I'm gonna drop in the box where you guys can get my Square. Hold on a second. Let me put it in here for you guys. So you guys can get up to $1,000 processed for free without the transaction fee. Let me go in and I'll drop that down in the box so you guys can use the referral code. But yes, I do use Square. I'm not partnered with them or anything for business. Again, guys, this is just me giving you guys my connects. Okay, so I'm not partnered with them. It's not a paid advertising by Square or anything like that. Like, and that's my little disclaimer. We're not affiliated with. This is just me giving you guys a link on how you can go about getting your own payment platform. Another great thing is they have this thing, and I'm not a sales rep. They don't pay me to do this. Another thing that you can do is you can send invoices and things like that. So I kind of like that. I have another service I use, but it's for something completely different. So this is the go-to for me for accepting payments by card. They also have the contact free, which I really, really like because contact free, especially in this day and age, is like, it's my thing. I don't really want to be all up on anybody. One sec, guys. I'm looking for it. So if you see my eyes wandering, it's because I'm looking for that Square link so I can give it to you guys. Let's see. All right. I will drop it down here so you guys can sign up for Square. All right, let me see what else. I'm right here in your, hold on. The one says, I'm right here in your area. Please take me under your wing humbly under my wing. I don't fly. I'm just being funny. You're more than welcome to sign up for mentoring. I do offer mentoring. So if you're in my area, you want to do mentoring, I will put the site down below. A lot of people don't even know this, but on my on the channel profile, I have links to the company, like my website, partner site, and also for mentorship. So it's there. So I just sent you. All right, so I put the link for mentoring down, and I also put the link for Square. So if you guys want to sign up for Square, you get, like I said, $1,000 in free processing. Processing. You know how they charge you to process the payment? They would give you up to 1,000 in free processing. All right. Let's see. Still notifications going off over here, but I'll check those in just a moment. All right, let me see what else is going on. All right, guys, I got 5 minutes. Do you know any successful Georgia notaries? I do. Mm, one sec, I need my chapstick. Hold on, guys. I hate that little whatever when I start talking too long. That's normally my hint that, hey, talking too much.